Superman and Lois. Now, this is a review of the show Superman and Lois. Uh, episode. Uh, the episode about the party, right? Or right after that, right? So the football team, when he's joining Superman's two kids, one of them shows signs of powers, but he took him to the Fortress of Solitude and they ran some scans and said he wouldn't. Basically, it almost sounded like, hey, you won't ever amount to much of anything, or your powers won't be as strong. But it seems to me that his powers always seem to come on when he gets fueled with adrenaline, and then he gets this rush of these powers. So you'd almost think, I would think he would want to be tested when he's being fueled with adrenaline or emotion or whatever, because that seems to be when it happens in the show. And they didn't exactly do that. So it does remind me. They even called him Superboy. His brother called him Superboy, kind of in an offhand comment. So it reminds me of Superboy, almost like Connor, who is a clone of Superman in the comics. But these types of stories haven't been. It's not that they've never been told before, but not in this way. So I find it kind of fascinating. They kind of did it with crossover with the Crisis, with the Smallville show, where they did the end piece, right, where they had, I believe it was two daughters on their farm. They didn't show the daughters or him, having to raise the kids, but he had gone back to Smallville to raise the kids. But he had given up his powers, right? So that was different. So that was pretty fascinating to me. But yeah, the types of stories they're telling, where Lois basically has her storyline and Clark has his storyline, and now her dad has a storyline. The show is really good. The actors are good. The story is good, but the cinematography, to me, is what, in my opinion, sets it apart from other CW shows, except for Stargirl, because Stargirl is up there with this show as it's literally a great show. It's fantastic. The writing is great. The pacing is great. You feel nervous for the characters and their situations they get in sometimes. Like, when he's getting antagonized in the school, in the hallway, and you're just like, man, I mean, he's just going to use his powers and kill that dude, right? Like, he doesn't know how to control his powers, so he didn't, and his dad showed up at the last second because he heard what was going on. But I was like, man, I swear, that show was intense, super intense. No pun intended. But I like how they do that with the show, and how they did that with Stargirl too, how they basically let you believe the characters are in danger. And even Stargirl, they would kill characters off. They killed the one kid got killed off, who was the son of Icicle, I believe. No, it was the mental power guy, right? I forgot his name. He basically eliminated his own son. I was like, man, whoo! Like, characters died on the show, so it felt more real. And they haven't taught that I've seen. They haven't done that yet. Oh, the one guy did, yeah. So that he had been given powers temporarily. He's supposedly the resurrection of some Kryptonian that they haven't revealed yet. But Morgan Edge seems to be in on it. Yeah, he died. That's true. He was consumed by the solar energy or whatever. So yeah, he did die. So that was kind of a bummer, right? He sets that whole thing on fire in Smallville. And it was neat to see a side of Smallville, like the Harvest Festival or whatever. It was almost like a goofy opening, with Clark being so giddy with excitement about this Harvest Festival, and then him being so excited about it. Kind of made you feel excited about it, right? Because you're like, it's just some silly corn festival, right? The actors in the show are just really good with even if they have small bit parts. And again, this goes back to Stargirl, the same, where even the smallest characters have some of the choicest parts or things that happen. So it's well written, well directed. It's a fantastic show, and I recommend the show. So watch Superman and Lois. As always, if you like my comment, if you like my comments, please like and subscribe. Thank you.